Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, según corresponda. Soy el teacher Eri y esperando te encuentres muy bien, te doy la bienvenida a este nuevo episodio. Esta vez, la idea principal es practicar pasado simple y la dinámica será la siguiente. Te describiré algunos datos acerca de personajes importantes o famosos mientras tratas de adivinar quién es. Al final de cada descripción te diré de quién se trata. Antes de terminar el episodio, te daré un par de tips para que practiques Simple Past por tu cuenta. Sin más que decir, vayamos a las descripciones. Let's do it. Hey, I'm back. Welcome and thanks for listening. As you heard a few seconds ago, in this episode we will practice Simple Past. The idea is that I'll describe some famous people while you try to guess whom I am talking about. This first person was born in 1946. If you are a fan, you may identify it easily. He or she, let's try to keep the secret as much as possible. He or she was born in one country and moved to another at the age of 18. He or she joined up with a band while studying graphic design courses. Due to his or her talent, this person was invited to Smile, where he or she stayed for a long time. Probably one of their most representative, let's say, creations was released in 1975. This creation was not common due to its unusual style and length. It practically became popular when it was released. Nowadays, a lot of people around the world can easily identify it. After this release, their popularity extended beyond the country where they were located, and they became recognized worldwide. In 1979, they topped the charts in a different continent with a different creation. In 1985, this band had one of the most unforgettable performances. I guess you have already identified that we are talking about music, and some of you probably know whom I am talking about. One last thing. He passed away. Pass away means to die on November 24th, 1991. And this description is about Freddie Mercury. Now let's continue with the second one. This second person was born in 1547. He or she was the fourth of 7 children. They lived frugally for almost their entire life. Their father, deaf from birth, worked as a surgeon, which was not a well-paid job. Consequently, the family moved around often as their father looked for job opportunities. I assume you can identify the gender of this person from the activities I will mention. So let me tell you that it was a man. He became a soldier in 1570 and badly wounded in a well-known battle. In 1575, he was captured by the enemy, where he spent about 5 years in prison. At the beginning of his artistic career, he didn't have much success. In 1605, he finally achieved recognition by publishing the first part of, I think, his most important work. I'll tell you something about this important work and you may guess the person. This work tells the story of an elderly man who becomes captivated by the old stories of brave knights that he seeks out for his own adventures. One of the most representative scenes in this story is when he fights against a windmill, mistaking it for a giant. I guess you got it. The story became the world's first bestseller and was eventually translated into more than 60 different languages. he published the second part of the story in 1615. This famous person passed away on April 22nd, 1616. He was buried on the grounds of a convent in an unmarked grave. And the description is about Miguel de Cervantes Saavedra. Now, before we start the last description, let me give you a clue. This person is still alive in 2024. As with the first character, I will say he or she to keep it as a secret as much as I can. So, he or she was born in 1965. This person shares birthday with another very well-known character. Even if you are not a fan, you know some facts about this character. This person did well in school. His or her favorite subjects were English and languages, and graduated in 1986. At the age of 6, he or she started to develop a passion, which has continued so far. In 1990, this person started to develop an idea, which took her 7 years to complete. This, let's call it, project, has changed a lot of lives around the world. During this period of 7 years, he or she experienced some difficulties such as unemployment and depression. When the project was finally completed, it quickly became a hit. This person created 7 projects about the same topic. He or she is married and has 3 children. 2 final facts. Her projects have been translated into over 60 languages, and many people around the world have seen the movies about her books. This last person is Joanne Kathleen Rowling, J.K. Rowling, who wrote Harry Potter's saga. Perfect. These were the descriptions. Now let's close the episode. Espero este episodio te sea útil desarrollando listening skills. Ya para terminar, solo me gustaría darte un par de tips para que puedas practicar simple past por tu cuenta. Este primero creo es el más común. Por las noches, cuando ya te vayas a dormir, incluso si ya estás en tu cama, haz un repaso de las actividades que hiciste durante el día. Trata de hacer esto tan seguido como puedas y verás que en poco tiempo dominarás el pasado simple. Y como segundo tip, trata de recordar la primera vez de algunas experiencias en tu vida. Tu primera mascota, tu primer viaje al extranjero o a otra ciudad, tu primera bicicleta, etc. En un segundo episodio donde practicaremos pasado simple, te compartiré algunos de mis ejemplos. Muy bien, ya solo me queda agradecerte por haber escuchado este episodio. Recuerda que si te gustaría escuchar algún tema en específico, puedes dejarlo en los comentarios para preparar el episodio. Be happy and see you soon.